Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football the entire...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
If they're going to get anything going on this drive, they better be productive here on 2nd and long from the 10. Leaves it with the running back. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. They'll run for it on 4th down. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He makes a catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Going to take a shot at this DB. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work for the first time today. Offense set on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got him downfield. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. The run from the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll try to pop the draw. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To throw, it's Fancher. He's going for it all. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
Wow, that is a sensational catch. And I tell you, you make catches like that deep down the field for your quarterback, he is going to go back to you again and again and again. That was a highlight play.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and throw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, then you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
At the 45 on his way. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Fancher. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. On the option. Quick toss. Looking for room at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Quarterback will audible. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they'll knock him down. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. They go to the ground. And it'll be a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Give to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense set for a 1st down play. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He wants to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got the back over the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job by the defender, just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Florida Atlantic races to the line. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's English. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Got it. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design. Nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can snip it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
Dropping back, it's Fancher. And it's caught. Touchdown, Owls.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They go to the draw. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They're getting this guy lathered up. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Now on 2nd and short. Calls his own number. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Gray. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he steps into the end zone for a touchdown. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown Owls. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the single back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Power ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Dropping back, it's Fancher. He's going up top here late in the game. All kinds of running room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's third down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this third down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them to give yourself an opportunity to win.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. When the offense gets the ball back, the clock hits 0, and the O will also take the loss. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This is
Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. This is not your normal matchup, a battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, a group with a whole lot to prove here today. Taking on the second-ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So Georgia's offense making their way on the field to open this game. We'll see if this quarterback can get off to a great start, Kirk. So much for this offense and this whole team really orbits around him.
Yes, sir. The de facto Mr. Center of the universe. It's his world when he's out there, and it's up to him to create and orchestrate the details on the field. His team, his way. Can't wait to see what he does today.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Boy, great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Makes a quick catch. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Trying to create here on the move. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They'll hand it off. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll run it from the gun, and they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking right, this one caught. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the first down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Point after, knocked right through. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner choosing to field this one. Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's ETN. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. To the air. It's Barnett. Running back has it on a screen now. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Offense moving to a bunch formation. Play action fake, looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's ETN. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go on the move, launching deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. The Dogs will bring their punt team onto the field. Oh, and it lands at the 4 and bounces in for a touchback. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Handoff to the back.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. Tackled after a solid gain. It's enough for a 1st down, and that should wrap up the 1st quarter of play. A new set of downs after that completion. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Gray. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They're going to run the option. Pitch to the back. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle, but first down.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The offense threatening now. First and goal. They'll run it here. The running back has the ball. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
And the extra point was up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now 2-possession lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Impressive spin there. And they've got the returner corralled. And the offense trots back onto the field here. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Looking for a deep completion. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it. Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he's got his man open downfield. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. On first down, it's play action. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Throw to the corner of the end zone, but it's incomplete. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 43-yard attempt. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. The Dogs will kick this away to start the second half. They'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Offense on the field to take over. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen and kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
The Salk were able to bring him down quickly. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, and he can't haul it in. That's a crucial drop on a third down play. Here comes fourth down. The punt team making their way on the field. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense back on the field again. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down to the 42.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The shotgun running play call. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the returner will be brought down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Grab behind the line, it's Humphreys. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
2nd down after that previous play. The shotgun handoff here. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Breaks loose at the 45. Football comes out. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Short pass finds the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on 1st down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a 2nd and manageable here for this offense.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Across midfield. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Handed off for a draw. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He's running out of time here. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incompletion makes it second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. So a field goal attempt coming up now. After making his first attempt, this one is from 38 yards out. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Short connection to the tight end here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Barnett. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry out.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Makes the catch. It's ETN. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Looking to chuck it again. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And then first down, they go right back to him. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Second down, looking to throw it. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit. Doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Now, he did not make the first down yardage. It's a big stop for this defense as they try to cut into this lead. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The linebacker shifting around now. Fires it to the wideout. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. He stopped him, but he gets out across the 25-yard line.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. He stopped him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Getting set. Here's second down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the AAC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Squaring off with another team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Pirates will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
With the catch, it's Gray. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go back to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Quarterback keeper. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to move it through the air. The short hands, it's Gray. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
They'll run the option. The pitch. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On second down, wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Finds his man. It's Gray. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Gets his 1st one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Back to pass, it's Hauser. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Pirates send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll come out throwing on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll give it to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better.
And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. 2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Hauser. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into
double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 20. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. End off from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Pressure coming. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Pirates are marching down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's English. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill. And
he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read them.
And the ball is loose on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. Oh, what a move! into the end zone for a touchdown. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The Pirates moving quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Hauser. Finds his tight end. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got him, and nobody's close. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
And it's just so hard. You watch this team on tape week after week after week, and there's just not a lot of space. What great backs, not good backs, not a lot of offenses having a lot of success. You got to be creative. You got to find ways to get on the perimeter, and more importantly, you better be ready to throw the football.
Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Got his man down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find the rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting close protection.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Pirates. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Gets it out fast. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Snags it over the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake, throw a turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
Here comes the option. The offense coughs it up. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. A 40-yard game winner. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to what should be a fantastic close to the AAC football season. We've got the battle for the trophy to crown the AAC Conference Champion. We're going to be treated to not just a top 10 matchup, but a battle for a conference championship and an automatic fit to the college football playoff with the first round bye that goes with it. So a lot at stake here. As we see the number 7 team in the country, a crew looking to make a strong statement. Taking on the 10th ranked team, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Tulane's offense has the football first here today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, the offense tries to catch this defense napping here on the first play of the game. And how about the pressure to come up with a big sack to start this game?
They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver makes the grab. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Oh, that one's picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, you have all week to kind of find the matchups that you want. They clearly wanted to go after this defensive back. They looked at it, first drive of the game. They make the throw. It's just a poor decision, in my opinion, by this quarterback, and it cost him.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The key on a third down between a quarterback and the wide receiver is the timing. That quarterback knows that he's got to get the ball out quickly and on time to give his receiver a chance to not just make the catch and stay in bounds, but to be able to give him a chance to maybe get upfield and make a play.
And he's tackled after the catch. Heads up, offense is now operating in the red zone. There's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Third down coming up after that running play. They'll try to run for the first down. He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the back gets the football. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to throw it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The defense better regroup after that big gainer. It's first and goal just outside the 5. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the offense trots back out on the field again. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks a tackle into the clear. And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 45 now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Man, I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, you hope these teams will build on a promising start. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Receiver in motion now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive back wants to jump and get in front of for an interception and maybe a touchdown going the other way. But this time, the receiver runs it well, brings it in, and then gets out of bounds.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quick pass. The catch is made. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Second down play coming up. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Tulane. This quarterback on fire today.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Point after, up and good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter.